vai ficar bem. Segurança.
Olá, boa tarde a todos. Meu nome é Dodô Azevedo, eu sou jornalista, cineasta e o mais recente amigo da pessoa que a gente vai escutar agora. Essa pessoa foi autora desse clipe que acabamos de assistir, They Don't Care About Us, filmado lá no Santa Marta. Estávamos lá agora no Santa Marta, vamos lá dar um abraço na estátua do Michael Jackson. E, bem, o que faz de uma pessoa um ícone? A pessoa, para ser um ícone, ela tem que se multiplicar em objetos. E a primeira coisa que eu levei para ele hoje, que foi tomar café da manhã, foi uma série de objetos, discos de filmes dele, LPs, DVDs, Blu-rays, livros. Mas, acima de tudo, queria contar essa história aqui, que ele virou um boneco funk pop. Então, ele é um dos poucos e únicos diretores de cinema do mundo que, além de diretores de cinema, se tornaram tão grandes, se tornaram um boneco funk pop. E eu, como fã de cinema, eu sempre tive bonecos funk pop, bonecos de vários cineastas da minha prateleira e nunca identifiquei nenhum com a minha cor. Até que agora em 2018 foi lançado esse boneco, desse ícone que a gente vai receber agora. Por favor, palmas para o Spike Lee.
Can we all stand for a moment of silence for our sister, Gal Costa, please?
Podemos levantar por um minuto de silêncio por Gal Costa, por favor.
Thank you. God bless.
Obrigado.
How's Rio doing? All right? Hello. I apologize for being late. I had to go visit my brother Michael Jackson. His statue is in Santa Marta, so I had to pay my respects. I apologize for being an hour late. We got stuck in traffic.
Well, welcome to Brazil, welcome to Rio de Janeiro.
I love Brazil, I love Rio, love Bahia, love it. And I am so happy the presidential election turned out for goodness. If you remember the film, Do the Right Thing, Ray Rapine wore 2 rings. One was hate, and we know who that is, and one is love, moolah. And Bolsonaro, Trump, poof, gangsters all. And their friends. Buddy.
Estamos aqui para conversarmos sobre inovação. O Spike Lee, como vocês já perceberam, é uma personalidade, ele tem hoje uma personalidade, é um dos criadores com a maior personalidade no mundo inteiro, é um formador de opinião em todos os aspectos. Então, hoje a gente vai bater um papo aqui sobre o poder da criatividade. Desculpa, eu devia estar falando em inglês aqui. Sorry, I would like to talk in English aqui. I should. So, let's start with the main question of that conference there. What is the power of creativity?
You would start with a very hard question. Creativity comes to the mind. The spirit is God. If you look at all the great artists, whether it be musicians, painters, whatever, I feel that comes from God. I think it's simple as that. But the key is you have to be open. If you're not open to the spirit is not going to enter you.
So we can say that creativity is not a tangible thing. It's not a concrete thing. It's a thing that you have to elaborate from the spirit.
The spirit, but you also need craft. Craft. So you can have the spirit, but you don't have the craft, it's not going to work. So when I hear the great John Coltrane playing the saxophone of Love Supreme, I hear the spirit and the craft. Miles Davis, Bob Marley, Quintana, Luther Nascimento, El Costu just left us. I feel that there is love in them.
There's a crowd out there playing. Thank you, guys.
Way back there, I see you. I see you.
So let's talk about that craft. You are, as you said, a 10-year professor of cinema at New York. And how do you teach craft?
I've been teaching 20 years at New York University, graduate film school where I went, and I love teaching. My family comes from a long line of teachers, and one of the things I really try to impart amongst my students is work ethic. That you gotta work your ass off. There's no such thing as the hand of God coming out of the sky and announcing you as the next person. Doesn't work like that. That overnight success is a lie. It's a lie. All the greats, if I mean great, I mean people who've been able to have a career doing what they excel at. That came through hard work. You have to have a work ethic no matter what you do.
So work.
And more work.
Yes, you presented that in Mo Better Blues when Denzel character is
Miles Davis, I mean, great musicians like that.
Yes.
They practice 8 hours a day.
Yes.
So their lips were bleeding. But in order to reach that level, you have to put in work. Years and years and years of work.
I am reading that book called Black People Invented Everything, from Dr. Susan Kaman Das, and that say that black people invented from the wheel to architecture and painting and writing. And you said when you did examples of craftsmen and people who are very inventional. You gave example of black people, black person right now. When you talk about Milton Nascimento, etc. Why do you think that black people are so inventive like Joe Coltrane and Miles Davis, etc.?
Well, one thing you can say that we all come from the same place, Africa, the cradle of civilization. Martians, extraterrestrial motherfuckers, did not build the Sphinx. They did not build the pyramid. Black people, they're still trying, today, scientists can't figure out how the pyramids were built. The Sphinx, they still don't know. But that was our ancestors.
Maybe you have to look to our ancestors to look forward, to learn for something about creative and innovation. Maybe innovation is in the ancient past, black ancient past, who was whitewashed, you know?
I don't know about that, but I know that my ancestors have guided me. Every time I'm walking and I'm about to fall off a cliff, my ancestors grab me by the neck saying, "Whoa, Spike." They pull me from the cliff. We can all, no matter who you are, if you're open, you can gain power from your ancestors. But have to do some research. And now with technology, you can connect. For many years, African Americans and now here's the thing I want to tell you. You have, if you're of color, you have to stop saying you come from slaves. You have to say you come from enslaved people. If you say slaves, then you talk like Kanye, who said slaves didn't have a choice. Nobody got on those ships that came to the United States, that came to Brazil, that went to the Caribbean by choice. And many of ancestors chose to jump from those ships into the Atlantic Ocean, and that's what they call the Middle Passage. We were not going happy. So, with technology now, I'll tell you, I had a Q-tip, rub it inside my mouth, send it away, and I found out my ancestors, my mother's side, are from Sierra Leone. On my father's side, my ancestors from Cameroon. I mean, that was an empowering moment when I had scientific proof of where my ancestors came from.
You know that we are 50 meters here from a place called Cais do Valongo. It means Valongo port, that was the biggest port of trade of slavery.
Slave trade, right?
From all history of slavery in the mankind. What impact you think that kind of thing had on the construction of this structure of a country and the people?
If I'm correct, Brazil was the last country to end slavery. So that means that if you were somewhere else, you had a head start. You were free from bondage. And something that people don't talk about, if your ancestors come from Mother Africa, we, even today, we still have trauma. We still have trauma from slavery. That does not go away. We still have trauma. And I think a lot of crazy shit we do as people, of black and brown people on this earth, is the vestiges of slavery, trauma, because it does not go away and it's in